It's really neat. I asked a van if they wanted a race the other day, and the guy just looks at me like I'm an idiot. And I'm like, obviously I'm kidding. This thing goes 42 down a hill. But
That's
usually
what it tops out at.
Yeah, but usually kind of tops out about 30 miles an hour, just sitting flat.
Got the governor on there and make sure you don't crash it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sitting at 5,000 RPM.
Yeah, but...
Hi, I'm Steve Novacek, one of the owners and coaches here at Forge Fitness. A lot of people ask, what do we do here? Well, we focus on your longevity, meaning we focus on your health and the quality of your life as you age. So by the time you get to the end of your life, we want you to be able to do things that you want to do and enjoy. We take a lot of pride in the community that we've built, knowing that our members come for a great workout, but they stick around because of the community and friendships that they have. If interested in joining us at Forge, we offer a 7-day free trial. And you can find us at www.forgefitness.co, or you can find us on Facebook or Instagram.
You guys probably actually noticed my new scooter.
Give her the beans.
That thing has been so fun going around town. It's so fun. It should be illegal. I already checked the rules though. It's not. Good? It's not. Anytime I see a police officer friend of mine, they're kind of like waiting. I can, just to make sure, like, hey, it's legal.
Yeah.
So.
Do you ever take it off any sweet jumps?
It doesn't quite get that speed, but I can tell you
down a hill.
I did crash it, and I cracked a rib.
How's your ribs?
They're getting better. It's on the mend, but I did crash it going 0.
Okay.
So again, I've never owned a motorcycle before. No, I call this a motorcycle. I got in a motorcycle accident. So
a hog.
A hog. Tommy gave a Harley wave to a guy.
Yeah, I saw that on FaceSpace.
We were following behind him, and that guy's just like, he just rolls his eyes. I'm like, that's so funny. So funny. But going down a driveway, our driveway's sloped and it's gravel. And what they don't tell you when you pick this scooter up from EcoFun Motorsports and Highway 61 in Forest Lake is that the right handbrake is the front wheel and the left one is the back wheel. It's different than growing up on a Huffy. Anyway, so I was going to go get the mail. I mean, I had this thing a week, and I go and I hit the brake, and it locked up the front wheel, and it turned, and I go, and it almost just catapulted me over the handlebars. And Sawyer, my son, goes, Dad, you look like Spider-Man when you did that roll-off right there.
Do it again.
So cool.
And I'm like, oh, man. I mean, I was just kind of embarrassed about it. And I go get the mail, and I'm like, ooh, a little bit shaky now. And I told Mom, I'm like, why'd you tell Mom that I, fell off the scooter? He's like, what if you were seriously injured, Dad? I'm like, you're right. You did the right thing.
No.
Anyway, so that's been really fun. And I'll tell you one thing that is really fun to do is when you see somebody and you make eye contact with them when you're on the scooter and you hit them with a meep meep, makes their day. They do what you just did right there, Luke, was just smile and laugh. So that's been kind of my fun as this summer goes.
Doesn't matter if they're laughing at you as long as they're laughing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Huh.
Way to follow that one up.
Yeah.
So what else?
The real conversation.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's.
Is it so? You don't have to have a license to drive that thing.
No, it's 49 cc's, so I don't have to have a license.
But it is street legal.
Street legal. It's got headlight, brake lights, blinkers, all of that.
Tow package.
Oh
yeah.
Yep.
Couple thousand.
Yeah.
But I found you have to have glasses on. Protective glasses on when you're riding a two-wheeled vehicle, and that's really the only rule. You can't be on a state highway. You can't be like in the highway. You could be on the shoulder, from what I understand with the rules I read. So I'm probably getting some hate mail or like, stay off the road. I don't go on the big roads, just the side ones.
Right.
But,
shoulder 94.
Find out that I'm not large enough to set off the stoplights to change them. I've sat in through 2 cycles of them, and
there's a joke there, but I'll just say
thanks to a forge. But I'm kind of like there, and I see Adam from the city of Buffalo, and he's got his e-bike there. I'm like, hey, Adam, and we're both there. We're just kind of bouncing. We're trying to get it done. We're like, move up, like we can't get this done. So, it's really neat. I asked a van if they wanted to race the other day, and the guy just looks at me like I'm an idiot, and I'm like, obviously I'm kidding. This thing goes 42 down a hill. But
that's
usually
what it tops out at.
Yeah, but usually kind of tops out about 30 miles an hour, just sitting flat.
Got the governor on there and make sure you don't crash it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sitting at 5,000 RPM.
Yeah, but again, it's so funny. You laugh a little bit right now, but during lunch break, you guys will take a spin on it and be like,
awesome.
Yeah.
When I saw you had it out there, it actually made me wish I had my bike up or down south here. It's stored up north. I'm like, oh, man.
Your real motorcycle.
I haven't seen your motorcycle in a while. You still got it?
I still got it. Nowhere to park it, and so I just have left it up north in storage. But it's, I don't know if I'd call it it's a real motorcycle in that it's like an actual motorcycle, but it's like a 70s Honda, and it's kind of funny. But
which is great. This is this is the $13 whatever. What do you call it?
It's so every person that's had this bike in the last probably 30 years has sold it to the next person for $15.
I think I got 15.
So at this point, and it's always, I don't think it's ever, just start up and ran. I think you always had to do a little bit of work to it, clean out the carbs and swap out the battery. But it's a fun little bike.
Yeah.
You take it to the county, and they're like, we're registering this motorcycle you bought for $15.
How much did you really pay for it?
Yeah, I think you missed a 0 or 2.
Yeah.
No, $15. It's a $15 bike.
That's what they all say.
When I'm all wrapped up with it, it's going to the next guy for $15.
I love it. I love it.
Honestly, it's probably not worth much more.
That's awesome.
Well, we've been spending a lot of our time this summer fishing. Fishing is one thing that I don't do every summer, but when I do a fair amount of it. And when I don't, I don't. Golfing is the same way. I know you've been up to Vermilion a few times fishing. Do you guys get out around here a lot, or is life get in the way of getting out fishing as much as you want?
Well, life always gets in the way of doing stuff you really want, whether it's fishing, golfing, insert whatever your hobby is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we try and get out as much as we can. It's not as much as I thought we were going to. We just end up being busy or gone on weekends or anything like that, and it's just quite a no. But I take a few fishing trips, specific ones. One is just with a group of guys. We'll go up to Lake of the Woods. My wife and I, we've got some friends that we're going up to Cabotogama at the end of September, so that's a specific fishing trip. And
Cabotogama?
Yep.
Where's that?
Cabotogama. Past Orr. It's on the Canadian-Minnesota border. You can kind of go to, I think it's Kettle River Falls at the end of the lake, and you're in Canada. So way up there. It's kind of the down chain from the Rainy.
So do you have to be careful not to enter Canada? Is the lake entirely in Minnesota?
Not where we specifically stay. You could navigate to Canada, I believe, but we've never taken it that far. I don't know the lake very well.
Is it kind of centrally on the border? Like, is it like as far as east to west? Where is it on that Minnesota-Canada border?
It's more on the right side.
Okay.
East. East. Yeah, so we do that, but we'll hit some specific ones, or some houses, some lakes around here. Gosh, I can't talk. Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
So
it's
kind of on there. You can navigate it, but everything is in Minnesota, and you'd have to really try hard to get over to Canada. But you can do it. So we do that. Any luck fishing? Want to give up your fishing spot here?
They're all shore fishing spots.
Nice.
So there's no secret shore fishing spots in this town, I don't think.
Yeah.
Do we need to pause for our sponsor of Reese's? Thank you.
What do you catch?
Mostly largemouth bass and pike.
Nice. I'm guessing Deer Lake.
Deer Lake, Buffalo, Pulaski, Constance.
Nice.
No secrets. Constance needs more lake. If they could clear out that road to fish, it's
Some
not a
better
very
access.
there's very little shore access on Constance.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good lake for catching fish.
Yeah.
You know, you take your kid out, you want to catch some fish. Constance is a pretty good producer. At the one spot you can fish offshore.
That's good. Well, I mean, that's kind of, most people don't have the means to get out on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go on Constance a lot growing up, but I don't know what happened to the dock.
I don't
There
know.
used to be a dock there, a lot easier to launch a boat, but anyway.
We
There's about
tried.
1 week every summer that I go fishing, and it's we do a little family camp out at a Bible camp out in Bemidji, and then we go fishing on Grace Lake, and it's a small lake, but I don't know, I just love being out there, and I catch very little every year, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You love the experience or you love not catching fish?
I love the experience.
No,
I
please
would
don't
love to
catch a
catch some
fish.
more fish.
Please
but,
don't catch a fish.
man.
Ew, I got to touch it now.
Somebody unhook this.
Who's gonna take it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. You bait my hook here, Dad. I need a worm.
No, I just love being out on the water and, not thinking about anything outside of, should I change my lure?
Isn't that
Sounds like a lot of work.
Isn't that great? Just kind of think about. I mean, we're busy. We've got families. We've got jobs. We've got friends. But isn't that great when you kind of can just unplug and just kind of take in the scenery? I really like to leave my phone somewhere, and if you intentionally make it, I'm going to leave it in the car during this dinner with friends, or I'm going to do something like that. It's some of the greatest 90 minutes that you're like, well, this is awesome. You can be really present here. I don't know. That sounds very similar to
Yeah,
being
no,
out
it's
there.
same concept. And then more recently, actually, my wife will tell you I've not been very good at this, but I love. I got just this little charging pad at home, and so when I get home, I've been trying to just put my phone on that and then not come back to it until I actually have an actual need for it to call someone or whatever the case, but not just have it in my pocket where it's easy access to just start scrolling, because I'm really bad at doom scrolling. It's like once I start, it's like, oh, you need that little dopamine hit to get me going, and I don't
It's
know,
bad. Yeah,
it's
same
hard.
here.
So if it's not around, I'm not tempted to go look. But if it's in my pocket or if it's in my hand,
Look out.
Instagram's one click away.
Yeah. Do you still have not Facebook on your phone?
Oh, it's on my phone.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Oh,
I was hoping, but you find it in the browser, and then you go, oh, this
this is
isn't.
inconvenient.
Yeah.
Wish I could just click a icon and go straight to the app.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't last very long.
Yeah. What are you guys most looking forward to in the next 6 months for yourselves?
I think so. 6 months, we'll be back in school. Obviously, football season is kind of a fun time of year. Fall is a fun time of year. 6 months from now, we'll be
Almost done
In the
with the NFL season.
in the thick of winter. Summer's a lot of fun, but there is something bittersweet about kids going back to school, getting them productive all day, every day. They're in a good spot, learning, and it's kind of sad in that you lose some of the excitement that comes with summer, but the sadness is over pretty quickly after, hey, okay,
Yeah.
kids are being
Day 3 of school.
yeah. And every year I always try to tell myself, hey, just because school started doesn't mean we can't go camping, doesn't mean we can't do some fun stuff with this little bit of nice weather we still have, and it just doesn't typically happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a person theoretically could continue to
Do fun things.
Do fun things.
Not the Benzers.
No,
Sorry,
we
kids.
shut down the fun.
School starting? Oh yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Just kidding. We love our educators. Who have a lot of our guests were educators.
Yeah.
So,
For me, it's pretty easy. Next 6 months, I'm starting a new job. By the time this is posted, I've probably been working it for 3 months or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to get into that with LPG and H3 and get going with that. And then football season, one of my favorite sports to shoot photos and video of. So I'm excited to shoot some Buffalo football and maybe a couple other schools. There's a lot of Thursday games this year, so I think I might try and make some Thursday-Friday combos.
Nice.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm just excited for fall. I love fall. Fall and spring are some of my favorite seasons weather-wise, and I just love it.
Like, I think September 1st through October 20th or 20th-ish, that 6 weeks, I love it. I love having to put a sweatshirt on in the morning, but that'll maybe get up to 72, 73, where you can get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go. So often I got a little bit of the golf bug, and so I'll go to the driving range, my lunch break or something like that, just because I've got time and I'm trying to get better. Although I'm probably just reinforcing bad habits by going to the driving range with my current swing.
You gotta go with Tommy.
Yeah, I think that would probably be good for me.
I also think too, like golf is one of those things that it helps a lot. Like with any sport, I think there's a right way to do it. But if you do something over and over and over enough, like you can self-correct a little bit just by going, hey, like what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. Oh, that works. And a hitting coach might say, well, don't do that. And it's like, well, no, that works for me.
Yeah.
And so like anything, the more you do it, the more.
Sir, you do not have a pillow attached to the front of you.
I can't make
That's the only
that
way
motion.
my body moves.
Yeah, for me, I would say I think I should actually get some lessons because I feel like I played baseball for my entire life. I played golf 1 year in high school because I ruptured my spleen and I couldn't play baseball and I wanted to do something. And it was one of the most fun seasons I ever had.
Sure.
So I love.
You don't have to run.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't have to do anything. But I love the sport, and I love the challenge of beating myself, like beating my score the last time I went out.
Yeah.
That's so fun, and I think right now it's like a very addicting hobby. And so when I have an hour free over lunch or something like that, maybe I'll just eat quick and then run to the driving range in Monticello there, or I wish one of our courses in Buffalo here had a driving range. That would be awesome. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm just real bad at it.
You and most other people.
Nearly everybody on earth,
Yeah.
Very few people are good at golf.
Yeah.
For the Buffalo Community Podcast,
I'm Tyler Reiss.
I'm Mark Benzer.
Luke Edlund.
That was the worst sign-off ever.
And this will never air.
Terrible.
Just miserable.
Thanks for listening to the Buffalo Community Podcast, produced by Edlund Media. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube, as well as anywhere you listen to podcasts.